Night tonight. Sitting here at one of my favorite places. Hey Easton, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Sitting here at one of my favorite places just to relax and get away from everybody and everything. I know it's dark. Hey Muskie. Got, let's see here. The button. Jonathan, what's going on, brother? There's whisker sticks out. There's the rod. I wonder how come you can't see this. Oh, because my finger was over the screen. Duh. Whisker stick one. Whisker stick two. Cool. I'd like to have the tandem bike, Easton. It's nice here. It's about 72 degrees right now. Joe Buck, what's going on, buddy? Figured I'd try a little night fishing. I have a feeling that this is going to be my first night or first day fishing that I haven't caught anything. It's not over yet, but it's not looking promising. I went to the Ohio River for a while earlier and never got a bite. Current's still flowing pretty good here in Owensboro. I had 7 ounces and it on a Santa Cooper rig, and it was floating it up to the edge of the wall. No, I wish I had a big one on. I know, Kenny, but I've been so used to catching here lately. Sonny Parker, what's going on, my friend? But this fishing gets boring when you're not catching. Well, that's a dirty word you say in there, Sonny. Dirty word, but I guess you got to do it to get out and do this too. Hopefully I'll win that Powerball or Mega Millions and I'll just fly everybody in here to fish with me. Yeah, Muskie, you do appreciate catching them because I've been out since about 6:30, right after I did my video on cooking steaks. Everybody else has been doing videos on cooking and stuff, so I thought, well, what the heck, I'll throw one out there. You have to go back and watch it, Kenny. That's good looking steaks. Did you, Easton? I'll have to watch that when it comes out. I haven't got a notification for it yet. But since I've been out of work with my shoulder and all, I mean, I still get paid decent, but what is a mukbang? But there's been some time since my shoulders got hurt that my mom had to help me out and everything, so I went and bought some T-bones and a porterhouse and fixed her dinner tonight. Murder, what's going on, brother? Just sitting out here in the cool night air, relaxing, smoking a cigarette. And tonight I am fishing. Because there's no catching going on. That sucks. But I say that in any minute one of them could bend over. Same place where I caught that big blue last week, that City Lake. I haven't had a bite all night. Like I said, I was at the Ohio River for about an hour, and the current was just too fast. I threw out 4 ounces at first. And luckily, K-Bug won some or I think it was you, Sonny, that gave her the rig wrap sinker slides. It was either you or Dave Swearington. And I used those. Yeah, I put 3 more ounces on, made it a total of 7 ounces, and it was still on that Santa Cooper rig that I've been using. It pulled it right into the wall where the old dam was. They're still in the water. I know there's some big ones in here, but these are all still in the water. She has been sick, Sonny, and we haven't even got to go fishing except one time. And yes, she liked it, but we didn't catch any catfish. We were catching a bunch of bluegill that day. And I've noticed if you don't pop them on there just right, they come off whenever you sling to get out there a pretty good distance. So I've got to figure out what I did wrong. I lost one of them. She got mad at me too. Jonathan, the biggest I've ever caught, 68 pounds. Flathead back in 2009. Right now, K-Bug's got soccer games this weekend. She's got a 3-day tournament in Nashville. Next weekend's another 3-day tournament in Nashville. The next 2 weekends after that are 3-day tournaments in Lexington, Kentucky. Thanks, Charlene. I need all I can get today. I haven't got a bite. Well, she's 11 years old, and she's playing on the 14-year-old team, traveling around. She's in the 6th grade, and she'll be playing for the high school junior varsity team this year. Very, very, very proud of my little girl. Well, usually there's a bunch of bass and stuff flopping around this lake at night, and I haven't seen one fish flop tonight. Kenny, like I said, I went and 7 ounces wouldn't hold it down off the bank. I was fishing it. We used to have a dam here in Owensboro, and they blew it out, I think 1969. So there's just a wall that goes down the Kentucky side, and it was just taking 7 ounces and floating it right up to the top. I don't think I ever hit bottom. Say that the closest river other than the Ohio is the Green. And it's about a 30-mile trip, and I'm too tired and lazy to go down there tonight. Have a good night, Easton. Thanks for joining us. But the Green River is where our state record flathead was caught at 97 pounds. I'd like to catch that on this flathead rod that I got, because I'd probably get 2 or 3 more then. Chris ain't going to pay $10,000 to break a record, but I'm sure I can get 2 or 3 more rods out of him. I I just had me a big drag line set up on the Ohio with flathead rods. Am I the only one fishing tonight? Kenny, have you been out on Dustin's boat yet? We got some work to do to break the Kentucky state record, Kenny. 97 pounds. The state record muskie was caught in the Green River too, I believe. That sucks. How did he do in that tournament? Did he place in any money or? You know, it's bad when you can't even get turtles to bite. And this lake is full of big snapping turtles. I know for a fact that there's fish in here big enough to take my bait and the hook I've got big chunks of skipjack with a 10-aught Mad Catter hook. The light coming through the trees makes it look like a Friday the 13th movie. That was Sunday. I did pretty good Sunday fishing. Went to Rough River yesterday, fished from about 8 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Caught 4 largemouth, a striper, and a white bass. Yeah, I seen that in one of his videos he did, talking about wrapping that and put the glasses down. I think I'm getting a bite, maybe. Or my eyes are playing tricks on me. I think my eyes. But he said something about wrapping his boat or truck to match the boat. That's gonna be an awesome little setup he's got. Well, I don't think we're gonna do any good. Who all's left in here? It says there's 4 people left. Y'all wanna call it? Or you wanna keep chatting? Been on here for 13 minutes. Yeah, you and me both, Sonny. The way today's going, I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't have to work or anything, so I can stay out all night long till the battery goes dead. Bad thing about this little park here, though, at night. So, oh, I take my finger off down there where that street light's at. People come back here. I know they're back here dealing dope and everything else. It can get pretty hairy back here at night. Well, the baits and stuff that I got on here, if I get a takedown, it's going to be a hell of a fish. It ain't going to be a little channel cat. I couldn't get any crappie to bite down at Rough River yesterday. I tried and tried and tried. I guess all I used was a chartreuse jig, you know, the slip bobber. My big box of tube jigs. I forgot to secure it in the boat, and we took off and heard something hit the motor and seen it explode into the water. So there's jigs and jig heads sinking to the bottom of Rough River. Jonathan, right now I'm using a skipjack. Great big blue heron just flew over my head. I didn't think they got out this late at night. What's going on, Pine River boys? Sitting here relaxing, watching the rods soak in the water. That's about it, though. They're not hitting at all tonight. I haven't got a bite since 6:30 when I started. I think I found me like 100 quart or 6 cubic foot chest freezer that I can use for a bait tank. Kenneth and Fam, what's going on? Yeah, I wish they were biting. This is the first day, gosh, in probably 2 months that I've came out and not caught a fish at all. I usually always catch at least one out of here. I'm just waiting to see when the drug dealers are going to roll in back to the back end of the park. I'll be in Lexington in about a month. Yeah, but I'm just wondering, the cooler or the freezer's already insulated and everything. I can just run a pipe in there, and I've got an old swimming pool pump that I can put in and circulate water. Don't have to worry about insulating it or anything else. Well, I guess it works pretty good. I've seen several people use them, and I mean, this one's not huge. It's just the guy I went fishing with yesterday. He said somebody came in and dumped a bunch of garbage at an abandoned house, and that deep freezes some of the stuff that they dumped off in the middle of the night. So I'll probably go over there and Marcel, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. Well, I'm thinking about putting like a sand filter and everything, just like a swimming pool, or one of the swimming pool filters on it, the smaller ones, I guess. I wouldn't need a huge one, I don't guess. But if I can get it for free, I can move a lot of water, keep it flowing, keep it cool. And with that deep freeze, you can shut the top, and the sunlight ain't going to get in there to cause the algae and stuff to grow as much. Jonathan, for your question, I use cut bait mostly, fresh cut bait. Thank you, Marcel. I've always, if the bluegill are pretty small and you can use a whole one for bait, even if they're alive, I'll fillet them up on each side up to the gill plate and let them flap in the water. Hook them through the head and the mouth and just let them flap in the current if I'm fishing the river. keeps the guts and stuff inside and gives a little bit more flavor. I have no idea what time it is. I'm thinking it's probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Kenny, what do you use in your bait traps? What do you put in there for bait? All right. We'll give it about 30 more minutes or until my phone dies, and I'm going to the house, eating some ice cream or something. 254 in New Zealand. Wow. It's I want to go to New Zealand. Well, I'll believe anything you tell me if it works. And if I use it for a month and it don't work, then I'm not going to believe you. I've tried everything. Dog food, bread. Huh. I will have to try that. I wonder if I can take the tuna and mix the oyster crackers in with it and bread. And I'll have the best of all three. I will definitely have to try that. You put them in the creeks or just ditches that you find that are holding small fish, or lakes, or what? It's pitiful. I ain't even got a bite tonight. I will have to try that tomorrow. I got me a pretty good bait trap from Academy Sports. Went in there and they had them all stacked up on the shelf and it said $7.95. And I took it to the register and it rang up $29.95. They fishing with me, but I told them, took them back there and showed them where they were all stacked up for $7.95. So I got a $30 bait trap for $8. I couldn't build one that good, that cheap. I'm doing pretty good myself fishing with me. I'm fishing. Only problem I've got is I'm not catching. I'm not even getting bites. You'll have to send me a picture on Facebook Messenger or text it to me or something. Maybe I can build some of them. I need something that, ain't gonna cost me a fortune to make, and if they get stolen, I'm not out a bunch of money. Do any of y'all have a Rural King in your town? Anybody? Okay, let me give you a piece of advice if you go to Rural King. If you find any product right now, something with the corporation and management and stuff, is if you go to Rural King and you see something and it's like $9.91 or $6.51, if it ends in 1, it's basically buy one, get one free. But they don't announce it over anything. The manager told us that yesterday. And the only reason he told us is because they're requiring him now to work 6 days a week, being a salaried employee, and he said, I'm not doing that. So he's quitting, so he's telling all the secrets. But if Rural King ends in a 1, you can buy one, get one free, pretty much. Yeah, no kidding. But it's got to be the cents. It can't be like $11 or $21. It's got to be 1 cent, 11 cents, 21, 31, so on. Hell, I went to Home Depot. It's been years ago when me and my ex-wife were still married. Hey, Fence Chaser, what's going on? And come across a roll of carpet that was marked $3.75. It didn't say $3.75 a square foot or $3.75 a yard. It just said $3.75 on it. And I got into it with the manager and ended up being able to put new carpet in the living room down the hallway for $3.75. It's supposed to have been $3.75 a square foot. Yeah, I've got Facebook. If anybody wants to send me a request, it's Jim Clark. And I don't remember what my profile picture looks like right now. I'm sure it's one of the girls fishing with me. But yeah, send me a request and I'll pick it up. But I'm a bargain shopper when it comes to stuff like that. They make enough money, it ain't gonna kill them to lose some on some stuff. Kentucky Fence Chaser, have you been fishing today? I think they're supposed to stock our Fens Lake again into this month. Glad it's dark, y'all can't see me yawning. All right, Sonny, have a good one. Appreciate it. Yeah. I tell you what, man, if you were fishing here, you'd be ready to go home, I think. I've been out since 6:30 and I haven't got one bite. Been on the Ohio, left there and come to this lake. Nothing. Let's see here. Turn the phone around. See if you can see these rods. There's a whisker stick. There's my whisker stick. I can't get nothing to bend over. Alright guys, we've been on here for 30 minutes. Not even a nibble. I think I'm on a Kentucky backwater, boys. What's going on, man? I was fixing to wrap it up. Yeah, it is better than sitting on the couch, man. I mean, it's relaxing. You know, I love night fishing, especially if the river here in Owensboro drops about another 2 foot, it'll be perfect. I got a spot on the Indiana side that I go to. See, Kenny, and usually I can slay some flatheads, you know, pretty good size. Average flathead that I catch over there is probably about 20, 25 pounds. And I catch some smaller ones around 15. Any day. That is true any day. But I've fished so much this last year, I'm ready to go back to work. I've gained like 70 pounds since I've been off work because of my shoulder. And that's killing me. You can't find me on Facebook, Jonathan? Alright, leave me a comment on this video when it's done, and I'll go and look for you. Type in Jim Clark, Owensboro, Kentucky. When you do the search, it should say location and stuff up there. A little line will come across. Type in location, Owensboro, Kentucky, and see if it comes up that way. Alright guys, like I said, I've been out for 3.5 hours tonight without even a bite. I can't even get turtles to bite, and this lake's full of turtles. So, evidently, I had a news thing pop up just a second ago saying there's storms heading this way, so I think I'm gonna reel it in and go to the house, and watch some NCIS, and go to sleep. Anybody else watch NCIS? No. You know Abby's leaving next week, right? They showed the preview tonight. She's in the hospital like in a coma or something, and it's her last video, or last episode. So I don't know if she dies or what happens. But on that note, yep, it showed it on the preview tonight or yesterday for next week's episode.